Hello and welcome all you cubs. I'm the Mother Bear CJ Metal, and today I'm getting sprayed in the face by Charred Fields of Slaughter by Bear Mace. Released this year of 2020, Bear Mace takes some clear influence from bands like Death and Bolt Thrower, and they also take some clear influence from genres such as old school death metal and thrash metal. Now what's nice about these influences is that it keeps the album changing and gives it some variety and prevents it from becoming stale like My Love Life. At 34 minutes, this album is quite entertaining, however there is some flaws in there obviously. On vocals we have Chris. However you say this last name. His growls are a mixture of Michael Ackerfeld of Opeth and Abath from Immortal, or to simplify it even more, they're kind of these croaky growls. I mean, at first they kind of annoyed me, but I mean, after a while they grew on me like necrotizing fasciitis or skin-devouring bacteria. See, isn't microbiology fun? I mean, if you ever take that class in college or in high school, you will never ever see the world around you the same again, because then you realize, wow, this place that we live is absolutely disgusting. Now, another thing that kind of bothered me about this album was the guitar tone. It's rather generic for death metal, and I think that they could have gotten a little more creative with it. Since this album has to do with war and death, I was kind of expecting a heavy, dark, and distorted tone. Maybe even a Swedish death metal tone would have worked here in my opinion. Now I know I am kind of contradicting myself by saying that because the Swedish death metal tone has become, well, rather generic in a sense, but I'm just trying to make the point that I would have liked something similar to that, if not that. I mean, at least the bass is heavy and audible, so points for that as always. But I definitely think in the future the band could go even maybe like a sludgy tone, kind of like what Disma did. That would be pretty sick. Now, as you could probably obviously tell, I didn't find this album to be, the most perfect thing of all times. The vocals do take some time to getting used to, the guitar tone isn't the most original, and I didn't really cover the lyrics, but they're rather repetitive, and I think they could have been developed better. However, as mentioned before, it is at least an entertaining album, with some solid riffs and some very good headbanging moments, especially when the Bolt Thrower influences come in. And it's for this reason that I believe this album is to be good/great. I do believe that this band has potential to make some great death metal in the future. I don't recall the name of their album before this one, but I saw that it did not go over very well. However, I know this album's getting some praise, so obviously they stepped up on this album. So, I mean, if they can step up from this album to something even better, then I definitely think that they have a chance of making a name for themselves in the future. Anyways, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you tell a friend to do the same. I'm gonna post down in the description box some random thrash metal bands because I can, and because someone on Instagram asked me for some modern thrash metal bands, and I was just like, yeah, sure. So I wrote them all down, and I figured, might as well share them with the rest of you. So if you're into thrash metal, I know this is a death metal review, but if you're also into thrash metal, well then check that box down below and you'll find some good stuff, I hope. Hopefully some bands you haven't heard of before. Or if you have, then, well, let me know which one of those bands you enjoy the most. Anyways, that's all today, and I will see you at the next review.